alpha males are back, boys back, and the alpha males are back.
Just as delicious as you can imagine.
The alpha males are back, boys back, and the alpha males are back.
Just want to degrade the white man.
All right, we are back.
How's it going, Corey?
Oh, it's going all right. You know,
Your first week of holiday.
yeah, my first week on a holiday, I went on an excursion super far away. I did one of those rules in the book that you're not supposed to do. Not supposed to travel for the chicas. And, yeah, I did some traveling. And it was kind of weird, but yeah, I got through it. She was
Good
all
weird?
Right. Kind of good weird and then weird. It's just a lot of weirdness going on. But yeah, I should have known, man. I should have known. Anyway, so that's over. That's over and done with. And yeah, I don't think I'll be seeing her again. But it's all good.
One and done.
Yeah, I violated, man. I violated the rule. Well, you know, it wasn't her. It wasn't, she was weird. Yeah, she was weird. But immediately, as soon as we met, she was like, let's go back to your place. And I was like, the young me would have been like, oh, hell yeah, what are we waiting for? But the old me is like, I don't know you. I'm not letting you know where I live. So so it was like, yeah, let's end this here, man. You take your bowl of noodles and I'm gonna get on the road.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, man. So that's happening. Still going on odd dates, but now just not taking any piece of poontang that's coming my way. So I was just like, yeah,
More selective now in your older age.
absolutely, man. I'm just not letting anybody in my even though it's just a little small apartment. That's my hold on. That's my comfort space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where not only lay my head, but that's where that's my sanctuary. So I don't just want to invite any old person over there.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, so I thought better of it and decided, let me go on about my business and let her have her time. Yeah, anyway.
Well, you never know. You miss every opportunity you don't take.
Yeah,
so
but
she
you
could
know
have
what?
been all right.
Yeah, I went to the Serpent. I went to the mall in Kawawachi Lipo Mall. Damn, there's so many malls in this place.
That's far.
It was super big, yeah, and I was really impressed with how big it was. But I had an epiphany when I was in the toilet, as usual, taking a dump, and I was using the toilet, and I get off the toilet, and I go to wash my hands. Well, first of all, when you stick your hands under they got the little motion sensor, yeah, the little spits out the little water, barely even give you a little bit of water, right? The little soap dispenser, barely want to give you a squirt of soap. Then I go to the air dryer. That motherfucker barely want to stay on for 13 seconds, man. I'm like, come on, man, my hands are still dripping.
Yeah, I hate hand dryers.
But I had an epiphany, and the epiphany is that
Don't wash your hands.
nah, forget that. That ain't the epiphany. The epiphany is this system, this capitalist system wants you to get accustomed to the idea of getting less and less and less.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, seriously.
This is a good shit.
And as you become more comfortable with getting less and less, you're less apt to complain. You know what I mean? Like, it starts simple, right? It seems innocuous. A little squirt here, the little of the soap, right? The next is not even giving you no soap. You got to bring your own soap. My point is, they're conditioning us to the idea of expecting less and less, expecting less and less value,
right,
for whatever we're paying for, and that's what the ultimate goal is, really, in terms of extracting the most money out of you in exchange for the least value. That's it right there. That's the profit. That's how. I mean, think about it from an airplane perspective. How are they making more money?
Putting more seats in.
Shoving more seats in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Less space for you, more money for them.
Yeah.
So
I fucking hate flying. I always have to pick the exit seats.
So that's my point. They're getting us accustomed, slowly but surely, to the idea that you're supposed to get less, and you get comfortable with that fact, as opposed to saying, yo, fuck that. I remember when I used to do my laundry at the motherfucking air dryer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It should be on for
blow
30
your hands
minutes.
off, yeah.
Blow your hands off, burn your eyebrows.
I think it's dependent on the mall though, because that Karawachi is an old mall. If you go to Kamang Village, you go there, their hand dryers are pretty on point.
Yeah, I mean,
They blow
yeah.
the skin off you.
Yeah, maybe so. But I mean,
You got them Dyson shits.
it's not the hair dryer, it's not the water.
I
It's
know.
the general idea, right? This is what we're getting accustomed to. Slowly but surely getting less value for the more money that we paying. You know what I'm saying? This is, it just hit me. I don't know. I was just walking. I was like, damn. I couldn't even
Well,
I stuck my hand under there and it turned off immediately.
That woman must have been real bored.
Oh, yeah.
Real boring.
I was like, yo, let me get the hell up out of here. But
Yeah.
as soon
It's
as
a
I
long
stuck my
way.
hand there, there it is. It was like, all right. I tried to move around, get it to come back on. It wouldn't even come back on. I was like, man, this is it. This is the goal. You get jammed. You get less and less and less. Anyway, that's my knowledge dart for the day.
I remember. Well, this is what happened.
Anti-capitalism, man.
This is what's happening with some every year. Whenever my mum comes over to from England to Indonesia, especially Christmas, she brings these tins of chocolates. You got the quality streets, the roses, you got the celebrations, and some of them are just so good. And it's always a Christmas thing. Like I remember when I was a kid, those boxes were huge and they were filled to the brim. Now they're just getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
Less value, more of your money.
Shout
Costs
out-
more now, probably.
Shout out to my mum. It was her birthday 2 days ago.
Shout out to moms for the
She was,
happy birthday, happy belated birthday.
She was 75.
Man,
I just saw
that's a good 75 too.
Yeah, I just saw some pictures on Facebook from my cousin Rose, and geez, Mum, you've lost a lot of weight.
Oh, that's good too. Shout out to everybody on Weight Watchers.
Yeah, should
shout
we
out to everybody on the doing the gym, sticking to it.
Hopefully, she'll be over here for Christmas this year, and I'll be pimping her out to some of these rich Indonesians, see if I can get a rich sugar daddy for Mum.
Oh well, you know, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not stepping on that one, Josh. You're on your own, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. So what we gonna talk about this week, other than this depressing capitalist system we live in that I would love to talk about, but we ain't gonna do that.
No, we could do that another time.
Another time. Go ahead.
Well, there's been a few things going on with this, with the culture we're in now and the cancel culture and all this crap. But the first one you sent me was about the former San Francisco 49ers, Dana Stubblefield.
Dana Stubblefield. They used to call him Stubby back when he played. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Convicted of rape.
Convicted
Faces
of rape.
15 years.
Yeah, but this one was a little more egregious than the other one we're going to talk about. So I think we should talk about the other guy first.
Oh, there we go. I need to put that on silent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of this, of the podcast. We're called The Black and the Brit. This other podcast that I really enjoy is called The Fighter and the Kid. The fighter is Brendan Schaub. He's an ex-UFC fighter. And the kid is Brian Callen, who's an actor, comedian, blah, 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 blah. And it just come out in the LA Times yesterday that he's been accused of, let me scroll up. Not
just one woman, though. It was quite a few of them.
Accused of sexual assault and misconduct.
By how many women, though?
I don't know. It was 3 or 4, wasn't there?
Well, I read the story. Yeah, the first allegation goes back to 99, but there are some that are a bit more recent, like 2016. What's your thoughts immediately? Because I have my own thoughts, because I actually read the article unlike some other motherfuckers. But anyway, go ahead.
I was the one who come up with it as well. And I read a couple
anyway.
paragraphs and then that was it. Can you put that on silent instead of turning it down?
It is on silent.
It fucking ain't. Dun-dun-dun. Anyway.
There, it's on silent. Yeah, the bell was off. Bell was off.
Okay. Maybe I'm hearing things. It's tough to say. I mean, the first one is from a woman who's come out from 1999, so 21 years ago. She's now finally coming out to say stuff. He's an actor. He's famous, and back then I think he might have been on Mad TV and been in some movies and Sex and the City.
Yeah, I turned off the ringer, man. It's look at that. It's got the no thing.
Maybe that's just no music
right there. It's the no bell.
Anyway. Okay, well, Corey's struggling with the new phone that he got on the replacement from the other one. Anyway,
yeah.
so...
What's really going on? Oh, there it is. All right.
There we go. Technology, kids.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh,
So,
what were you saying? The guy was on Mad TV.
He was on Mad
TV.
Yeah, he was on Sex and the City. And on his podcast, he always talks about being a ladies' man and all this stuff. And I think it could be one of these things where he's a famous person and then... A lot
He's
of times,
leveraging that.
A lot of times, well, not just that, but when you're famous as well, it's kind of a panties dropper anyway, because it's
not necessarily, man. You would think so, because you're thinking like as a normal guy, right? You thinking about you ain't famous, right? But I think you are a person that's been been pretty successful with women. I used to be pretty successful back in the days. But I mean, still getting mine, but still gets mine. Mm-hmm. My point is, we ain't got no fame. We ain't money. We ain't rich or nothing, right?
Yeah.
So we still been able to get what we, been able to work what we got to get what we want without, knocking a bitch upside the head and dragging her down the street. We ain't doing Captain Caveman.
Yeah.
So you would think that a guy that has more, that has more, an established celebrity, which usually comes with definitely more financial backing, right? Mm-hmm. You would think that their ability to attract women would be much greater then. It would only intensify. But that's not always the case. Because a lot of these guys only get women because they are famous.
Yeah.
They don't get women because women like them. They get women because they are famous. I'm not saying he's a bad-looking guy, but if that's his mindset, like, I get women because I'm famous. No.
That's true. Yeah.
I get women because I can go and get a woman. I can go and talk to her. I would be able to talk to a higher caliber woman if I was famous.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That would be the only difference between myself and a person like him.
Those Mega Cunningham ones.
Yeah, I could definitely start reaching in the upper tiers. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What are they? What's the word? Definitely going above my pay grade.
Batting above your average.
Yeah, definitely doing all of that. I would be doing if I had more money. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if I lost 30 pounds or if I got plastic surgery a couple months from now, which I might do if this deal comes through for us. Remember that we was talking?
Hello?
Yeah, hello? Yo, Josh, where you at, man? I'm in front. I'm on time now.
The podcast would just be The Black.
I'm on time.
The Black and the Gone.
The Black and the Absent. But yeah, so this whole claim about him being a ladies' man, I don't believe that. Especially I read the article and saw how he was engaged in a lot of like real slimy. I mean, he even self-admittedly called himself a creep.
But I've talked pretty slimy to girls and stuff, but
talking slimy and then there's creepy behavior though.
Yeah,
there's creepy behavior. I mean, what would be the line for you in terms of your behavior? Like, where do you draw the line?
I couldn't, no, because I get uncomfortable when it would go into those things. Actually, sometimes I'm a bit of a pussy when it comes to the final straw, the final act, sealing the deal kind of thing. I've had many sleepless nights going, you fucking idiot, you could have.
You right.
Yeah.
But I think
not sleepless nights. I knocked one out and then
of
bit
course.
Of prison Valium.
Definitely a lot of revisionist history. Mm-hmm. No, I think any person, any man, particularly a man that's come of age in our era, that's very aware of false accusations being made, is going to be kind of careful. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, let's flip the script, though. Flip the script. Like, you got a guy in Hollywood, right? Guy in Hollywood working in show business. Now, here's the dynamic that we don't... Well, it's similar to being here in Indonesia, honestly. You got an 18-year-old girl getting off the bus every day, downtown Los Angeles, looking for some money, looking for some food, looking for some fame, looking for some celebrities to take it. You understand? They looking for something. Mm-hmm. So you have this plethora of young, impressionable, easily led women that want something from you because you have a bit of what they don't have.
Yeah. It was like the girl in Norbit.
Yeah, which girl?
Is it Norbit? No, what's the one with where he's the actor? It's a famous actor, and they're making the Free movie.
They're making a Free movie? Oh.
Eddie Murphy film.
That was Bowfinger?
Bowfinger, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. She's just sleeping with the director, sleeping with everyone.
Anybody.
Just to get ahead of the game.
Whatever she got to do, right? So it's a whole bunch, it's a plethora. So this is the dynamic that Callan's been in Hollywood for like a long time.
Yeah. So but that's the thing. So you get like a lot of women doing that, and then you get the odd ones that don't, and it's like, well, this is strange.
This is my point. So within his world, right? Now let's just say, because what I read is one of the things that he was doing pretty frequently is like whipping out the penis, right? Whipping out the penis. So when you do that amongst a girl who just got off a Greyhound bus, stomach touching her back, dust is all in her pocket, or pocket looking like rabbit ears, mouth looking like like you just ate white donuts, she might be willing to do something strange for a little piece of change or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And there's a whole bunch more like them. They're not going to, like, you'd meet some girl. I got this script. Oh, well, we in this dressing room now, though. Mm-hmm. And, you know what I'm saying? I can get
How many lines you want?
Yeah, I got a guest spot on my show, or you know what I'm saying? I know somebody, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are the dynamics at play. So I can believe that a woman of less stature, a woman who's probably back in Nebraska somewhere, ain't nobody ever heard of this woman.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there are tons of women like that because of this is the game.
Yeah.
Right? Well, who you gonna tell?
Yeah, exactly.
What you gonna do?
Exactly.
So these women, obviously they held those secrets. This the ones that are in the story.
Yeah.
A woman what's her name? Tigerman. A woman by the name of Tigerman.
Yeah.
And a couple of other women. Few of them. Tiffany King. They were established comedians.
Yeah, Whitney Cummings is the one who they went. I think I don't know what they're doing, but then he jumped in her car and then he just whipped out his dick.
Yeah, that was the one. How about that blowjob? That's what the quote from
Yeah.
the story allegedly. Well, not the quote. That's from the LA Times article.
LA Times.
So these are women who've kept that in, right? These allegations have been happening over and over. Like I said, this is any drunk driver, any of my good drunk drivers know out there. Listen, that first time you get caught, that ain't the first time you've been drunk driving, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You've been out here taking risk, and you know what I'm saying? Especially like myself. You done it before, but that time you did get caught for this one.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I believe that where there's smoke, there's a little bit of fire, man. And he's
Yeah.
And
But
it
it just depends how far do you take it? Like how far is it when, like, they said that she said no. Okay, well, a lot of women say no because they want the chase. No, I can't. No.
I think we're talking about different no's. I think we're talking about way different no's. Like when you're gosh, I don't want to break down fucking date rape. I don't want to be advocating for date rape. I'm like you in the sense that I don't even feel comfortable making that move on a woman, like especially if if it's coming down to that. Like there's got to be a real clear indication that she wants this to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I've had times where I've gone out with girls and I've invited them back to my place, and then we're back at my place, and then I go to kiss, and they, whoa, what do you mean? And I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah, I guess let's see what's on TV then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
Order you a taxi.
Yeah, let me order.
Yeah.
I guess you must be sleepy. Let me get you up out of here.
Get the fuck out.
Well, I thought that. Well, see, there it is, right?
But it's almost
you
like
would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
I don't know.
But you know what? To be fair though, if a woman invites you back to her house, right, and then you decide for whatever reason, I don't want to have sex with you, should you have that right to change your mind? Should you be automatically obligated to have sex with her just because you accepted an invitation back to her place?
Of course not. You can change your mind at any point, but there comes a stage where it's like you can't start screaming at the rooftops. It's like, oh.
It sucks to change your mind. I mean, it would suck to have a person change their mind that late in the game. But for whatever reason, if they do, they should be afforded that right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, what also on this other thing is, like, I mean, we don't know. I mean, these are allegations, and Brian Callen.
There's a lot of them, though. There's a lot of them.
Brian,
and some of them are consistent with
Brian
other
Callen
stories.
Himself, he had a statement about it, but where is it? Fuck.
It's pretty weak.
He said, "Let me be very clear. I've never raped, forced myself upon any woman, nor offered any trade stage time for sex, ever."
He didn't say, I didn't whip out my penis in public and ask, he did not say that.
He said, "I know the truth and I can hold my head up high, remain true to myself, my family, my audience, and know that I will not allow the council culture to subvert what I know and is importantly what they know is the truth." And then he goes on to say he's going to talk about it on his podcast,
which is stupid from a legal perspective. I hope he doesn't do that, but I hope he has good lawyers to tell him don't do that shit. Hold on now. But what he didn't say, what did he not say?
Well, because he's also talked. He was also because Whitney Cummings was on their podcast when they were talking about when he whipped his dick out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a rapist," like joking around.
I'm talking about normally most people who come out with a statement and he believe them to be all false.
Who hasn't whipped their dick out?
Me, never.
Really?
Well, actually, I take that back. I did
okay,
once,
come on.
Long time ago. Way
on.
back in the days.
We
didn't
did it.
say we categorically deny all the allegations. He did not say that, which is him parsing.
But he's saying I've never raped or forced myself upon,
He
which
said,
is the two big things.
Rape. Didn't rape. Now, how do you define what rape is?
Never raped or forced myself upon any woman, nor offered to trade stage
Now,
time to sex.
now, Giles, now what'd you say? You see how this is getting that legal ego. He's parsing his words. I did not rape or force myself upon a woman. But if you stuck your penis out and essentially said, what are you going to do about it? Implying that whatever we've agreed or whatever you need,
but
I have.
Implying is not going to stand up in court.
No. I'm saying my point is, he said, I never raped or forced myself on any woman. Meaning I whipped my penis out, and how about that blowjob if you want to get on that show? Hey, I did not force her to do it. But because of the circumstances being what they are, maybe the woman obliged. Pressured nonetheless, but he didn't technically force her to go down.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I didn't like his statement at all. I could see where the parsing comes in, or the words. So I believe the guy is definitely guilty of a bunch of creepy behavior. Definitely a bunch of creepy behavior. The rape allegation for the one in the story I read about the girl Tigerman, I don't know, man. That's the problem with you.
Well, isn't there like a minimum? Isn't there a maximum amount of
Statute of
time?
limitations, right? Yeah, there is. I believe
15 years or
Yeah,
something.
something like that. Maybe 20.
So it's 21 years ago. So it's
It
kind of
depends
like,
on which state you're in, actually. Because
Yeah?
I think in California there is no.
okay.
That's why
But
he should have shut up.
This is the other thing, though, as well, because that we see so many cases where women have cried,
Waited, right?
Have cried, no,
Yeah.
not waited, but they've cried rape, and then it's been proven that nothing's happened. Now, those women that cry rape, they should be serving time for doing that because they've ruined people's life. Because if you get if you got accused of rape,
You got to prove your innocence.
yeah, you've got to, and then even when you've
Yeah.
proved your innocence, there's all the stories, there's all the shit that's come out. Everyone at work knows what you've been doing or what you alleged to have done, accused
yeah.
to have been doing, and then you have that tag and you have that cross to bear, and people are never going to always going to think about those things about you. And there's been football stars, there's been kids in college going through college where a woman's accused them of rape, and then they've done years in prison.
Yeah, the guy Brian Banks. I don't know if you watched that movie.
There's someone, he'd done like 6 years. He was like a
Yeah.
4-star, 5-star,
Yeah, that was
whatever.
him. Yeah.
And I can't remember what
Great
position.
movie, man. Great
But
movie. Linebacker.
Like, so a 4-star, 5-star. That's like he's like a first round draft pick. He would have been. That's like a $20-30 million contract in nowadays, and he spent 6 years of his life in prison, knowing that he didn't do anything. Then gets released based on new evidence. And
They
this
had
bitch,
no physical evidence.
and this bitch has been
None.
walking around doing nothing. She should be going to prison, and anyone else that screams rape and nothing happens should.
Well, see, here's the rub, right? Okay, here's the rub. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but most rape kits in terms of a police sanctum, like their priorities of crimes to process.
Yeah.
Most rape kits are still they're left untested, like for years and years. So most police investigations of rape, because the allegations are usually he said, she said.
Yeah.
Right. So most rapes, most claims of rape normally, I mean, once they're filed with the police, they mostly just end up as like, oh, we went to talk to the guy. He said he didn't do it.
Yeah.
She said he did it. We don't know to believe. We took the rape kit and then.
Yeah.
And then they're
It's
still
like
waiting on the
that is he Pakistani? Aziz Ansari.
Aziz Ansari.
He got accused of rape, but in the date when they went home, she gave him a blowjob. He licked her out, and then he wanted to have sex, and she was like, no, and then she's accusing him of rape. And now you don't see him anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw him on Netflix.
He does. He's got that great show, Master of None.
Yeah, I've never watched it. It's good. I'll have to check it out.
Good.
Yeah, man. I mean, the rape, but I'm trying to be the devil's advocate in terms of, yeah, I don't want to be accused, but I'm not doing all this kind of like, I'm not doing all this questionable behavior where it could be even close, right?
Yeah.
That's me. I personally don't want to even because as a black man, just like we were just talking about with the Brian Banks. Oh, there ain't a white. No, this is what made me so skeptical about the Bill Cosby shit. I could not imagine a period in American history where a white woman can go to a police station and said, this black man just raped me, and they would not take her seriously.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
So I have to believe these women have made this up years and years later. I can't, but a white just a woman.
Yeah, just one.
And a famous man at Bill Cosby's stature, of his stature. Oh, you mean a prosecutor in whatever you did this in Los Angeles?
Doesn't
or
matter,
New York.
really.
They would love
Especially
to take this case.
20, 30 years ago.
This is how you become a judge and open your own private law firm. Oh, you the guy who put Bill Cosby in jail. They would have been willing to do that. So I couldn't imagine a situation where an officer wouldn't be taking her seriously, a lawyer, or investigator. Somebody was going to take them, especially a white woman.
Yeah.
So that's what. So for me, I'm not out here engaging in like weird behavior.
You just reminded me of some. Oh fuck! What's the guy's the black comedian, the big guy who died?
Oh, Patrice O'Neal.
Patrice O'Neal. You told me about the story when he was telling about where the black girl disappeared on the beach.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, that's more of a visual thing, but that just reminded me.
Yeah, he was talking about the Natalie Holloway, was this girl from Aruba, right? She got lost. Well, she disappeared in the water off the coast of Florida. And they had like search helicopters and teams and shit for like 3 weeks looking for this girl. Like a black woman gets lost off in a river somewhere. They'd be looking from the shore like didn't see nothing. Yeah. Hell yeah, that's real.
He's a funny fucker. Or he was.
Yeah, he was, man. But that's real though. You don't want to get. And he was another one who had a rape allegation. He
used to talk to. He used to be shouting at women, hollering at them on the streets.
Yeah, so,
it's a different time though. I mean, you can't look at.
You can't judge it by
1980, 1990 to now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fucking hell, right.
And somebody reminded me of something painfully obvious. All right, so you see these guys with these, I mean, they got these little tactics that they do, right? Some guys pull out their dick. Some guys will invite a chick over, right? Then come out the room butt naked. Like, oh, excuse me, I'm going to the toilet.
How'd you know what?
I heard about you weirdos. Some of you guys that do all that, them kind of weird tricks and scams and schemes. Listen, man, I ain't never had to finagle no woman out no poon, man. It's like, yo, this is happening, it's happening. If it ain't, it ain't. So, with that being said, the reason why you repeat that behavior is because
it worked.
Yeah,
of course.
So if you see a dude on the street screaming at her from the car window, well, you know, it worked for me a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you also have to keep that in mind. There's some women who might be receptive to that.
There's also different characters as well. Like the way people talk to someone else. Some people get away with it and other people don't.
Absolutely.
Like one of my best friends back home, Paul Hoffman, he is the most outrageous person I've ever known in my life. And he would say the craziest things to people, whereas I could guarantee if I said it, I'd have got punched.
Because you're not the same person. You don't sound, you don't look the same.
He's from Bristol. He's got the Bristol accent and stuff.
I don't know what that means. How is it? What is a Bristol accent like?
It's just a Southwest accent. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
Brizzle. You right, mate?
It's like that. Obviously it's a celebrity, so we can't really compare apples to apples. But yeah, there's certain people like you read
the stuff that he said. It would just be like he would say the most outrageous things to people, and like where we're all just going, "What the fuck are you doing? We're going to start," and then the people would just be laughing. Like we went to Old Trafford, to Manchester United Stadium, and we watched this charity game. And he's screaming at these players, and he's screaming at these people, and the families in front. There's people in front of us turning around, laughing with him, and I'm like, great. And then I shout something, and they turn around and they go, the fuck are you? And then like he's laughing his ass. I'm like, how do you get away with it?
I saw that in a movie. What movie was that? Where like the guy was like screaming out all kind of. I can't. It's not. But I've seen those situations before, right?
It's just different people. Get away with different things.
He can say that shit to me, but not you.
Yeah.
You know, like the Rick James shit. Remember, like all the wild and outrageous stuff he was doing. Like, yeah, he was just getting away, and people have been allowing him to get away with it because it's Rick James.
Yeah,
not that Rick James is just some fucking super handsome. It was just him, his personality, and it just afforded him that luxury to do outrageous shit, and people would be cool with that.
I miss Paul Hoffman. He's so funny. He's fucking hilarious.
Paul Hoffman, wherever you at, man, shout out to you for being outrageous. Being outrageous and being ridiculous. We miss you, whoever you are. Yo, man, let's take a quick break.
Yeah, our cup has
our cup has not runneth over. And we know you guys over there at the JGC up there sipping them, what they drinking? Them Jaeger bombs already. Listen, man.
For Craig's birthday, shithead's
Happy birthday to Craig, man. Happy birthday to Craig. We're going to take a quick break and refill these cups. We'll be right back with more Black and the Brit.
All right, wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great sound.
The lunch of champions. Or the lunch. Shout out to the JGC. This drink's for you guys, everybody. Shout out to Craig again. Happy birthday. Anybody else had a birthday this week that I missed or I don't care about at all? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. It's all good. We were talking about date raping. And yeah, being a rapist in general.
We already did one podcast called Getting Rapey with It.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, guys keep doing it, man. You would think it's 2020. A lot of guys would be like changing their tune, especially like with cameras. Nah, man, guys still out here getting their fucking weirdo on. I don't get it, man.
I remember years ago, I went out with my friends in Plymouth, and then I ended up going back to this girl's apartment. It was me and my friend and these two girls. They lived together, two girls. So we got freaky and blah blah blah. And then I left early in the morning. And then my friend called me and he said, "Mate, can you come pick me up? I haven't got any money for a taxi." This is back before Uber and all that crap. So I walk in. One of the girls let me in, and the girl that I was with had already left. And so we're sat in the living room. We come back, and she comes in. This girl walks in. She was quite hot. I think her name was Rachel, blonde. And she's looking at me and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "What? You don't?
Hey,
you don't remember?"
You don't remember? Oh,
and then
put one of them on you.
And then the other girl said, "Yeah, you guys were having sex in the kitchen." Blah 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 blah. And she was like, "What?" And she looked at me. She went,
"With him?"
Yeah. No, did you come in me? I was like, "No, I didn't." And oh, okay then.
Okay,
all right.
it was all
and
good.
And then that was it. And it was like, I was like, this is so weird. Like, you don't remember, or she's playing, she doesn't remember.
Yeah, I think some girls, me personally, I have never gotten so drunk to where I don't remember like all of my actions. Well, you remember to a certain point.
Yeah.
And then
alcohol does that. You just get to a point where you don't make any new memories.
Yeah, okay. So you get to there's things you can remember up to a point, then after that, everything is a blur. So I've been there in those situations. But I don't know. I've never been to a point I don't remember a person I've had sex with. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because me, I know that I'm not even fully functioning.
I've come to the stage where I've been out and been really drunk, and then my next memory is, oh, we're having sex. Like, who's this I'm having sex with?
Yeah, I've never had that one.
But it's the alcohol. It's literally your blood alcohol level gets to a certain point where it just cuts off the part of your brain that makes memories or saves memories. And then once your blood alcohol level dips below, then that's when the memories kick in again.
Wow, that's deep. Wow, shout out to Giles for the science lesson today, man.
Bro science.
I wouldn't know that. But speaking of somebody who ain't never learned, well, you know, it could be a reason why the next person we're talking about, Stubby, Dana Stubblefield, was a very successful defensive lineman with the San Francisco 49ers in the 90s. Won a Super Bowl with, I want to say, Steve Young. I met Stubby at one point. He used to come to my church. He was convicted of rape, all right? But he was convicted of pulling a gun on a mentally challenged 31-year-old. A mentally challenged 31-year-old girl, obviously, that he had pulled a gun on. Well, excuse me, he had encouraged her to come to the house because he was... he claimed that he
babysitting.
That he wanted to, that he was vetting babysitters, right? And he was trying to interview different candidates, and that was the line that he used. But apparently, when she got to the house, he had a gun, and she told him to, slob on the knob like corn on the cob, if you want this job, and then later on invited her back to the house without the gun and gave her the $80, and allegedly. In an attempt to make it seem like this was a what do you call it, pay for play kind of situation.
Yeah, because the defense attorney argued that there was no rape and the woman consented to sex.
Well, that gun would be a rape. However, the problem that I have with this particular case is that when they were going through while they were going through trial, this trial got shut down. I mean, I guess delays are pretty common sometimes in trials, but usually when you start a trial, you keep that trial going until the duration of the trial is finished, right? 5-6 weeks, sometimes 2 weeks, whatever. But they stopped this trial for a whole 2 or 3 months, right? So the jury goes home. And the reason why they sequester the jury, I don't know how they do it in British court, but in America, they sequester the jury. Sequester mean they'll stick you in a hotel, and you can't leave. You can't turn on the television. You can't access your...
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't leave.
It's like quarantine.
Yeah, it is, but it's quarantined to the max because you can't watch certain channels. They don't want you influenced at all by anything that could possibly taint your decision about this jury, about the case. And obviously, the high-profile cases, obviously, there's, especially in local media, there are going to be different perspectives that might taint your view. Right. But this case got stopped for 2 or 3 months, right? And the people don't remember the evidence that they saw. Like the jury was sent home several times. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They probably only remember like the evidence being presented if it was weak. I just don't like the fact that they stopped this case for 3 months and then decided to reconvene and all of a sudden, yeah, he's guilty. I believe, under better circumstances, if they were going to stop the trial, they should have delayed the whole trial and then did it all again when they could. I know it's not I know it's not justice for the family, but in terms of making sure that it's correct, making sure that the jury comes to the correct decision, all the evidence presented fairly. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't be presenting no goddamn evidence on Zoom. You know what I'm saying? Which they were trying to do, like do witnesses on Zoom. Come on, man. Cut that out.
And human memory is very bad as well when it comes to remembering certain things.
Absolutely. They said eyewitness testimony is not, what do you call it? It's not reliable. Yeah. Because the humans, like whatever you thought you knew, it really, you know what I mean? Like just that snapshot that you thought you had in your mind is not really, it's never as accurate as you thought it was. Like, when people say, just like these cases like where they got black dudes, right? Let's say a white person. They said it's more than, I think we talked about this before, it's more than likely that a person of another race is going to misidentify other people just because they don't, like white people's faces don't measure, they don't register the same in my brain. Right? There's a similar, like they kind of look similar. They look similarly. Yeah. Like a lot of celebrities, I can't tell them apart because they all look the same to me. But I can tell you the difference between Denzel and Jamie Foxx and Chris Rock. But some white people, honestly, can't tell.
It was that famous one with Samuel L. Jackson, or I think they called him Lawrence Fishburne or something. The guy's like, he's like, oh, do you think I'm Lawrence Fishburne, motherfucker?
Because looking at the person from the opposite race, that's how it registers to you. Yeah. In the same vice versa. Like
that's like the Asian thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, seriously. China. So eyewitness testimony is not really a good.
Reading. So percentage eyewitness testimony accurate. Since 1990s, when DNA testing was first introduced, Innocent Project researchers have reported a 73% of the 239 convictions overturned through DNA testing were based on eyewitness testimony. 73%.
And like I said,
so 240, so 24.
If you're talking about from American perspective, a lot of those cases, especially the death row cases, was a white person that said, I saw him. Mm-hmm. It's just, really, the guy that they're pointing at is just a black guy. And any black guy. Yeah, I thought, in your mind, that might be him, but in reality, that's not the person. Man, there's a great documentary I watched on Netflix about that. Like, this Innocence Project and how they're going and getting cases overturned. And a lot of it, especially in places where you have like big racial dynamics in the community, a lot of it is based on faulty eyewitness testimony. These guys are getting life and these guys are getting death row and all this other stuff, man. And so, yeah, man, I just don't like the fact, I just don't like the fact that this trial was delayed for so long. They allowed the jury to go home. They didn't sequester them properly. That's why they should have just stayed in the court, or just delayed the whole trial until they can do it fairly. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Stubby was innocent, but the evidence seems a little bit sketchy. I don't know if you read the story.
I read a little bit. Again, I don't really read that article.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So anyway,
some other news you sent me it was a funny one, but actually a sad one as well at the same time.
Yeah, it's funny.
Florida man took coronavirus aid and bought a Lamborghini. David T. Hines, 29, was arrested and charged with 3 felonies after spending relief money on the $318,497 car, clothes, and jewelry.
Man, you know what? You know what's so funny? No, not so funny. All right, I'm happy at him. Excuse me. I was happy for him for finding a way to scam the system, because you know I'm all about getting over on the system. Unfortunately, this guy. Well, there's two reasons why I'm unhappy with the guy. All right, man, scam the system, because the system is scamming all of us. So I'm happy when somebody got over. I'm cool with that. The part that I don't like is now you got to understand that this is going to be used as they're going to highlight this one particular instance as here. This is the reason why we can't provide benefits for anybody, because they're going to go out here and buy Lamborghinis.
Yeah, he said a man in Florida who received nearly $4 million in federal loans intended to help struggling businesses and spent the money.
Man, do you
29 from Miami.
Man, you's a dumb.
So he's charged with bank fraud, making a false statement to a lending institution, and engaging in transactions in unlawful proceeds. Yada, yada, yada. If convicted on all charges, he could face up to 70 years in prison.
Guarantee he's white.
David T. Hines.
I know he's white. Ain't a black man, because you ain't going to no bank and getting no loan from no bank.
Yeah,
there's no black man.
He's definitely white.
Oh, yeah. Secondly, yo dumb ass, you should have been on the first thing smoking. Mm-hmm. You got that money, you should have been somewhere far away, quiet as a church mouse, pissing on cotton. You should have been tucking that money, you dumbass. You're in Miami, and you're buying Lamborghinis. Ain't nobody buying Lamborghinis right now.
Cuba. Go to Cuba.
You should have been somewhere else.
Yeah. So
you dumbass.
He received 3 payments totaling $3.984 million.
Oh, Lord.
And then he continues submitting requests for more funds.
Oh, I love the temerity. I love it.
Eventually, his request totaled $13.5 million.
I ain't mad at him. If they giving it, I'm taking it. Mm-hmm. But your dumbass you should have been like, hey, man, remember we talk about that a lot, if we win a lottery. Yeah. I'm not going on TV.
No.
That's what the Lamborghini is. That was a television ad.
If I found out you won the lottery, I'd be like, yeah, Corey died.
Oh,
Corey died.
I'm done. Number changed.
Yep.
Phone gone. Disappeared. You gonna get an email with like 2 letters. No, you're not gonna get 2 letters. You're gonna get GPS coordinates. Yeah. If you find me, you found me.
What he should have done is gone, right, what countries don't have any extradition rights? And go, I'm moving there.
See, this is how. See, I don't know. It must have been so. This is why I'm kind of mad at me. I should have been applying for. Well, I know I wasn't gonna get none. I wasn't gonna get none of that money. But my point is, he found a way to work the system, right? He had to shout out to the guy, man. It took a lot of balls to get up there, and when you walk in the bank and you knowingly submitting fake documents and all this stuff, fraudulent documents, that's a serious crime. So he had the balls to even do that. I wouldn't even hell. I mean, if it came in my mailbox, that's totally different. I'm gone. Or if they, like those people who they wake up in the morning sometimes and they get like these deposits in the bank. Obviously, the money wasn't meant for them, but then they start spending the money, and then the bank comes. Well, listen, I didn't steal it. Y'all put it in my account, so I'm just doing what I was supposed to do.
Exactly, yeah. So he could have gone to Bolivia, Ecuador, Iceland, Nicaragua, Switzerland, Venezuela, Zimbabwe.
He should have been somewhere quiet, not saying nothing to nobody, and on a boat or something on the way out the country. He shouldn't have been staying there, man.
And now he's done. That's it.
Because they ain't teaching criminals right these days. You want to floss. You want to be all on the gram. Motherfucker, the point of doing crime is you can't tell people.
Yeah.
You're doing crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's the downside of this Instagram
He thought he was good. He thought he was smart, and then he ended up going. Well, that's what you see in all the mob movies when they do a big heist. They say, "Don't spend anything.
Don't spend no
anything."
money.
And then the guy, which one is that? With the one where he had
that's Goodfellas.
Yeah, where he gets the pink Cadillac or something. Next thing they go for a ride. They get found with 2 bullet holes in the head.
That's what you're basically saying to the FBI. Investigate me. Investigate. Listen, now, if you jump out of a car and you 6'7", black with some diamonds and whatever, they be like, basketball player, rapper. Now look at you 5'1", you know what I mean? Pot belly. You jump out of a 300,000. Well, you could be a banker or like
He looks a pretty ripped. Well, he's going to be
white dude, right?
He's a white dude.
What do he look like? Just give me a general description. What do he look like?
He looks like a white Miami dickhead.
All right, so basically like what's his name from the show? Pauly Shore, somebody like that? Not Pauly Shore. Pauly D.
I don't know, Pauly D. I'm
The
too
dude
young
from
for that.
the dude from the reality show with Snooki and
There you go. I don't have no idea.
You don't
But
know
yeah,
who
it would
Snooki
be
is?
like one of those Jersey Shore.
Tanner, Jersey Shore. That's
There we
what I'm
go.
talking about.
Yeah.
One of them
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
one of them.
All right.
But without the fake tan.
Without the fake tan. All right, so
You got that Miami tan.
basic looking, cool
Yeah.
looking white dude.
Got the goatee,
See, but look,
thick neck.
that's my whole point. This is so
He's going to do good in jail anyway.
Well,
He's going to be.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. But my point was, all right, he looks a certain way. So he went in there with a certain confidence. This is where you get the term,
Little swagger.
con man. Con is short for confidence, right? So he walks in there with the confidence, he's got his documents, whatever, and they just straight up gave him the money, right? And they sent him 3 payments. That's another question I got. Who's doing who's vetting these people? They were just letting anybody walk in there with papers and they giving out money like that? Man, anyway, if I got one of them payments, I'd have been over in one of them countries, like you said, no extradition charges, at the bar, chilling. Talking about, Mr. King, we need you to come to our office. No, you don't. You'll never see me again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye. Talk to my lawyer. I don't have anything to say to you. They ain't teaching criminals how to be criminals no more. Ain't teaching them how to be good criminals. Buy a $300,000 car, which immediately sends off a red flag to the IRS. And
Of course it does.
What? You got that money? You're supposed to change your number. You're supposed to change your everything and get the hell out. Oh, Charles, why wasn't me that got the money? Why I can't get lucky like that?
I don't know.
I'd been gone, long gone. Oh my God. Anyway, we got anything else about a criminal less stupid?
No. Well, there's Epstein's accusers, but we don't need to go into Epstein anymore.
Well, they call Bill Clinton. Well, Bill Clinton's alleged. They unsealed the documents.
Oh, they're now saying Epstein accused of Virginia Giuffre, I don't know, claims she was made to have sex with a mystery prince, Prince Andrew. There's pictures of Prince Andrew. Anyway.
Yeah, of course.
But the funny one I want to talk about, I want to have a quick one. So this comes from the UK. A father who lost his penis to a blood infection has a new living one built on his arm. So he lost his penis for a severe blood infection, and it dropped off. And he's literally had one built onto his arm. Cost £50,000. The arm graft procedure.
Yeah, I don't like the way this is written.
Creating a bionic penis.
I don't like the way it's written because it's misleading.
So Mr. McDonald, who nicknamed his unusually placed penis Jimmy, as it is his new mate, had told the paper, for 2 years after losing my penis, I felt a shadow of a man. It was all my Christmases at once. I was so emotional because I wanted a chance for a new start. Of course, it is mad having a penis on your arm.
For 2 years, right?
Not even I am used to it, but when you think about it, it's actually amazing. So yeah.
So they grew a penis on.
Got a penis on his arm.
They did a skin graft, basically.
I guess so, because you can have.
I'd give up my arm to get a new penis,
but not his arm. It's literally hanging off his.
I understand
it's hanging
that,
off
right?
there.
Yeah,
and apparently he's upgraded on the size.
Of course,
of course you would.
Can I get the Bandingo 3600, please?
Yeah, but can you easy on the melanin?
Yeah, I need a few more veins though, man. I don't want to be out looking like Play-Doh penis. You know what I mean? Give me a lot of veins, What would you make your penis look like if you could change it?
Oh God knows. I don't know.
Definitely go back to the Will Smith. Go for a bit more girth.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? Everyone wants bigger and longer and this and that.
Yeah, but you know what? Check this out. On the real, if your penis is too big, then it defeats the whole purpose of having the penis, because, right, the blood, as you get older, the blood is going to have a harder time filling that thing up, right? And then you just run out here with a Play-Doh penis.
Yeah, I do get quite lightheaded when I get an erection.
Yeah, of course you do. But my point is if you get somewhere in that good medium, which I don't know, medium may be different for you, me, everybody else. So I mean, I'm doing all right. But if I could get a little extras, I would a little more. Give me a little more width in there. I'd like a few more veins popping out, like, you know what I mean. And what else would I like? I like everything about my member. I like him. He's good. He's good.
I wouldn't know. They found that the average length
like 4.5.
women prefer for long-term relationship was 6.3 inches with a girth of 4.8 inches.
I got all that. I mean, I'm beating that. But my point was,
for one night stands, they like it slightly
12.
longer.
Want them teeth knocked back.
Rearrange their guts.
Hell yeah, that's it. Well, that's it.
This
right?
is my work laptop, and I'm searching this shit on it
You shouldn't
anyway.
be doing that. You know, a woman, like, they want to say, "Ooh, I had one of those," but hold on,
Can't
man.
walk straight for a week.
I've heard. Well, some of my friends, living large and in charge, told me a few of them had to call a doctor after they called an ambulance after they'd had sex with a woman.
Really?
Yeah, man.
God.
Start bleeding and hemorrhaging and all kind of wild shit. I'm like, I don't need it that bad. I don't need that much PP.
Nah, I saw that.
Ain't that serious? I do want the bitch to get up and leave. Yeah. Oh, yeah. How you like that? I killed that pussy. No, literally killed the pussy. The pussy is dead. Now I'm going to jail. No, I don't need that much to work with. Need that much hammer.
Yeah.
But I'd be happy with a bit more. A little bit more.
Everyone wants a bit more.
Yeah. Let us know at the Black and the Brit. How much would you increase your membership by? You could have what, a 12-month membership? Would you want a 12-month membership? 6-month membership? Yeah, we got talking code, man. Some people may be listening. 9-month membership? How long would your membership be? Obviously you don't want to have too long of a membership.
I'd extend mine by a couple of months, I reckon.
Yeah, give me a couple month extension. I'd be cool with that.
Couple of months.
Yeah, I want a bit more wider, the facilities, right? I want a bit more.
Just a couple of Februaries, not too long, just 28 days.
Just want to widen the facilities a bit. You know what I'm saying? A few more.
One of those long weekends.
Yeah, one of them long weekends. You know what I'm saying, man. Everybody's got their fantasies. But to be fair, though, I'd be doing a lot. First of all, as I told anybody, as I always tell anybody, surgery should be your last option. So, guys, here's a penis tip for you. Before you buy any of them magic pills on the TV or that stuff they're selling you on YouTube or them
those emails I keep getting,
them ads to be popping up on Pornhub, before you do any of that, just take an inventory, self-inventory. What are some of the negative health habits that you have that's affecting you right now, right? If you got diabetes, obviously your libido is going to be going down. So best way to get rid of the diabetes, weight loss, you know what I mean? Keep that, control them insulin levels. Yeah, stomach, guts, make the wee-wee. It's kind of like a hood for your wee-wee. Yeah. So remove those guts. So this is all things you can do. And smoking. Unfortunately, smoking does kill the yang.
Does it?
Yeah, smoking. It ain't done nothing wrong to my yang.
And that whiskey dick as well. I know all that.
Yeah, all that. All
the
and steroids too,
and the drugs.
Yeah, the drugs. Yeah, the drugs
God.
ain't good for.
I remember.
Man.
I allegedly took some of this little stuff, and I was with this stunning girl, and I'm just like, whatever she's doing is just ain't working, and I'm just high as
disappointment,
high as hell.
See, that's I've never had drug sex, never had kind of drug sex.
But I never either. Thank you, drugs.
I have had beer, like drunk beer sex, and then it's just like pounding. You just pounding and sweating and then huffing and puffing. But yeah, I don't like that feeling either, right?
But luckily, the girl stayed over, and then in the morning, I
settled the problem,
solved
it. Yeah, hut. Go deep.
Did that flank
Sorry
pattern
for
on
the
her.
sound effects, you guys. We're
That's
getting
right,
ready
we're
for
shouting
fantasy
in
football. Getting ready for fantasy football. Oh, we're announcing we're going to have a special guest. Do we have any winners for our T-shirts? Did we give anybody a T-shirt?
I have the list of people.
Had a list of people that
Yeah,
we're going to give some free stuff to, but
Ironically, one of our friends who is black and British, so he's
a double entendre. He can wear it in pride.
The black and the Brit, and
it would be perfect for him.
yeah,
and
but on the Instagram he clicked no. So fuck you, Ed.
Ed, you know what? Really disappointing, man. Very disappointing.
And your beagles, you bastard. Anyway.
Enough shitting on Ed, man. We can't do that.
No, he doesn't listen anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't listen. That's cool. With that being said,
That's twice you've said that today. So
I'm sorry about that.
Dave's going to get annoyed. He'll send me another message.
He also
told me that we need to delete an episode off the podcast because you can't hear shit of you.
Really? Oh, well, okay. We'll delete that. We'll get it together. We'll get our editing team on it. Get our management on it.
It was the before the barbecue episode.
Oh, yeah, that was that one. I remember that one.
All right, so after the break, we're going to do check this out.
Check this out. Also, we're going to not announce, but we're going to be looking to give away some of these T-shirts, man. Hey, some of you guys, some of you extra mediums, holla at us, man. We got shirts for you, shirts galore, man. We got a lot of merch for you guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Fill those cups up. We'll be right back. Black and the Brit. All right, we are back. Final segment for the show for the week. Check it out. Check this out.
I want people to check out this. It's a podcast from the Joe Rogan Experience. I just listened to it the other day and watched it. It's from he had Post Malone on there.
Oh, I saw that, man. He's the motherfucker that looks dirty. He just wakes up looking dirty.
Yeah, he's got face tattoos all over him.
Yeah,
over him. So he's 25, all these stuff, but he's making bank.
Yeah, he's making bank.
Yeah, it turns out, so I was listening to it, I'm like, these guys are fucking high, and it turns out that they did a load of mushrooms before they went on, and they rambled on for 4 hours just talking absolute nonsense.
Only you would listen to that. Well, you got to be famous in order for people to listen to some bullshit like that.
Yeah, and it was funny. It was so funny, and they're talking about, it took them like 7 minutes to talk about UFOs and all this stuff and aliens and going on about these things, and it was really fun. It was fun to listen, especially because I didn't know. They did talk about mushrooms at the start, but I wasn't aware that they had taken mushrooms. And if you've ever taken mushrooms,
I've taken mushrooms, and I don't want to talk. I usually just listen. I usually
it's
put
such
on
a great. It depends. It depends how much you take, because there's a happy medium where you go too far, then you just a giggling mess and you're fucked.
That's what what's his name was talking about. Right, on any drug, like there's a dosage,
tipping point.
Dosage amount where you have to be really.
You mean McAfee, who had never tweeted us out?
McAfee, yeah, that guy right there.
But anyway, so they were just talking all this stuff, and it went on for 4 hours. They were talking for 4 hours, drinking, smoking, mushrooms. It was really good. I think it was 1516. So they got it on the YouTubes.
I saw it, man. I was just like, the guy looks too dirty, man. I don't even want to hear nothing you guys say. You look at that dirty, man. Come on, man. You making money.
Yeah, but I mean, he's
I don't get it. What is it with white people? Like, the more money you make, and this is the white thing. Truthfully, it truthfully is. The more money you make, I guess it's kind of like a status symbol to look more filthy.
Well, that's what it is now. Now, rich people wear ripped jeans and all this crap.
What? I don't get. The more money I make, the more glowy I'm gonna look. Yeah. I'm gonna be shining, bro. I ain't gonna be out here looking poor. Fuck that. Well, come on.
I'm wearing this out of choice, not out.
I'm not saying. But you don't look dirty though.
Yeah, that's true.
That dude, he was looking mad filthy. I was like, I'm not really interested in what he got to say. He only look like he take a bath. I don't want to hear nothing he got to say. But he just looks dirty.
Yeah.
He's got this hair, it's all matted, but you said, right? You're making bank. I guess having that money affords you to.
He's 25 years old and net worth of $13 million.
25. I ain't never gonna. Man, my parents would be on my ass if I walked out the house looking that filthy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I got to be looking presentable.
I remember going to school and my mum would iron my clothes and iron my shirts. Like my trousers, they would make fun of me because my trousers were like
Had
ironed
creases?
so nice, the crease down the center. It's like I could cut someone. And I used to get out of the car and I'd rub them all down so they didn't look so good.
What?
Yeah.
Man, we used to clown each other if you didn't have creases in your pants. We used to be on your head. Oh, look at your pants. You ain't look at them wrinkled ass pants. Look at that wrinkled shirt you got. Truthfully, man, we
Really?
was on some. Yeah, you had to be clean, man. You can't be fucking around, man. But that's black folks, man. We like to be clean. Well, it goes back to some slave shit, but I ain't gonna talk about that. Can I get to my check this out?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Check this out. Really quickly. It was really quickly. Just not. I'm gonna put a cap on that. During those times after slavery, it was a compliment that you got from white people if your children were clean. Because a lot of black people lived in dirt homes with dirt floors. You know what I mean? So and they did field work. So a lot of them looked really dirty because they living in these rural environments, dirt floors. You're going to look dirty. So when white people would come around and they would see your children were clean, not just physically clean, but the clothes were straight. Yeah, there would be high praise for a parent. So if you went out looking dusty and filthy, then it'd be a mark on your parents. So black parents were really conscious, very subconscious about how when you walked outside your house, you better not be looking raggedy because it doesn't say nothing about you.
It's a
reflection of your parents. Yeah. So I always had to. You go outside. I mean, you going out to school. You had school clothes, and your school clothes looked good, and they were clean, and you pressed those. You ironed them every day.
So what happened with you then? Your mum's 17,000 miles away. Or whatever.
17. Well, now I can do what I want to do, man. Now I can.
I'm joking.
Yeah, now I haven't internalized that kind of. Well, I haven't been around black people. I haven't lived around black people in almost 10 years.
That must be weird.
That's what I'm saying, man. So if I was still living around black people, they'd be clowning my black ass. Like, oh, look at them sweats. Them shoes is leaning, son. They'd be on me, man. But at this point, I don't care. Nobody
don't give
cares.
a fuck.
Don't care. But yeah, anyway, my check this out for the week is The Last Chance U Season 5.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Last
to watch
Chance
it.
U Season 5. It is from my hometown. That's why it makes it extra special. The coach that's featured in there is Coach John Beam. He was a coach that I played against in high school. His teams were always the super teams, so we would get ran over 65-0. I remember the first time, I want to say 1997, no team had scored in the Oakland Athletic League, is what it's called. Oakland Athletic League was the division we played in. So Skyline, Marshawn School was on the north side, Fremont, Castlemont, Oakland High. We all had to play each other twice a year, I believe. And nobody had scored on Skyline, not a single point that year.
A single point?
Not a single point. Nobody in the Oakland Athletic League had scored on Skyline that year. I want to say 1997. Yep, the year before I graduated. Oh, excuse me, 1996. 1996. It was my 10th grade year. Nobody had scored on them. We were the worst team in the league. We were the worst team in the league.
Right.
The worst team. Nobody was taking us seriously. We were 0-9. Skyline beat us 59-6.
Oh.
Because we scored on them.
Really?
We scored on them early, though. We scored on the first quarter, because we only had 14 players.
What was it? Was it a lucky play or was it just?
No, it was. We had one of the fastest receivers in the league. Kente Horton. Kente. I forget his last name. Wasn't Kente Horton, but another Kente that we had, and we had a pretty decent quarterback, Terrell Pryor.
Kente's a
black
common
man.
name.
Yeah, Kente.
Jesus Christ,
yeah,
I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, so Kente just super fast, but the problem was we didn't have any depth. So we would always be very good in the first quarter, first half.
And then everyone's gassed.
Everybody's gassed because they've got 60 players. We've got 20.
Yeah.
So they're just rotating players in and out. So we could put up a fight for a couple of quarters, but then third quarter, fourth quarter, the score usually just gets out of control.
Wow.
So so we scored on Coach Beam. That 96 team, that was a team that went undefeated. I think they ended up playing De La Salle, and De La Salle was a team that won 100 straight games. And they even won 100 straight. They won like 70 straight games. They would, at some point, I believe it was from 1990 to 2000, they did not lose a game in the Oakland Athletic League. They didn't lose one time. So, yeah, so Coach Beam had the super team. So it was a guy I grew up, watching, kind of hating. He was a rival coach. Obviously, had the best team, most resources because they were the school in the hills.
Yeah.
And the school in the hills got more
I
resources.
wish I know it's. I love being British. I love being English, but I wish I grew up in the US just for the sports thing.
Yeah, man, it was pretty. The rivalries got pretty intense,
Yeah.
but we would always win the fight, but we would never win the game.
Yeah.
We'd be winning in the parking lot, but we ain't winning on that football field.
I think I would have thrived in a situation like that because apparently I'm a little bit competitive.
Not a little bit, but a lot of bit.
So
Well, our problem was the team from the hills was siphoning off all of our best players.
Of course.
We could never get a good team because all of them were going up the hill to play. So anyway, because that was a pretty sure shot you was going to go to some super school, right? You're going to go to Cal Berkeley, you're going to go to Stanford, you're going to go to Oregon State, whatever. So everybody wanted to do that. So Beam got all the best players in the city. So with that being said, watch Last Chance U. It's great about the town. The officer that you see in the show is a guy named Fred Shavies. He has a brother named Josh Shavies. I played against both of the brothers. They went to Fremont High. And, it just brought me back, man. Fred is still out there. Officer Shavies, shout out to Fred. Guy I played against, we used to hang out with his brother.
wow.
It is what it is, man. Last Chance U. Check that out, y'all. Anything else?
No, that's it. I got to get ready for a golf tournament tomorrow. Playing in the World Cup of Golf.
Playing the World Cup of Golf.
Representing England.
All right, World Cup of Golf. Anything else going on? Oh, you got that super deal that we gonna be working on.
That super deal.
Yo, man, I hope that works out though.
That'll be good.
That'll be good.
Watch this space.
Yo, watch this.
I was keeping it quiet to my chest, but thanks for our 7 listeners
said
now
it.
know.
You said it before.
I know.
You said it last week.
Mum, don't listen. You're not getting a new car. Shut up.
Not getting a new car.
Mum was saying to me, I told her, and she said, "Oh, I've just seen this car." I'm like,
Area,
"Oh."
you know what I love? I love when you start talking about money, right? People they be telling you they plans for your money.
Oh yeah. Oh, this new
Ooh,
car.
I just
it's only $3,995. I'm like, oh, okay.
I love it.
First thing Monday.
I love it. You know I need my roof fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
TV's on the blink, it's flickering.
TV's flickering. Oh shit. Ooh, yeah, man. Anyway, that's been this week's episode, you guys. Hope you enjoyed as much as I have. You know what? Because, hey, stick with us, man. The show is growing. We got merch. We ain't got much else. But anyway, keep fucking with us. Keep listening. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing. Keep liking. Keep doing all that shit. And if you like it, share it.
Please share.
it.
That's the only way we can grow.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
what should they do, Corey?
Hey, yo. Be safe. Wash your hands. Wash the crevice of your bootay. Wash all of that. Get all in that udimus rectimus. Get all up in there. Get them crumbs too. Leave that you dropping in the bed. And cut your toenails. All right, y'all. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. And yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Alpha males are back. Boys back. And the alpha males are back.
Just as delicious as you can imagine.
The alpha males are back. Boys back. And the alpha males are back.
Just wanna degrade the white man.
Alpha